Good afternoon, I'm Sonia Kamal. I did my personal interview with Justin Smith, who is a commercial loan officer. Justin works as a commercial loan officer at First Fidelity Bank in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And a commercial loan officer is someone who specializes in loans to businesses so they can use those loans to expand their business or whatever they're trying to purchase. And you can find loan officers at credit unions, mortgage companies, commercial banks, just any type of financial institute of all types. Loan process isn't that long. There's a couple of steps, if not more, depending on your income and what you're trying to buy. So if you're trying to buy commercial, for example, you will need to have credit on the basis of nature. So you need to have credit from your banks and you need to have documentation of them. And what is your objective? Is it commercial loan, non-commercial loan? And third is a credit based off of period of how much you need and what time. So you have your short-term loan, your mid-term loan, and a long-term loan, which is best to get a loan during November and never at the beginning of the year. Now, an estimated salary for a loan officer is about $65,000 in the United States, and in Oklahoma specifically is $62,000, and you are guaranteed to go up in salary with years experience. Now, Mr. Smith's education is pretty similar to myself because he went to school at a Memorial and graduated the class of 2007. He attended the University of Central Oklahoma with a bachelor's in finance, followed by a master's degree in business administration at the University of Oklahoma. I asked him why he majored in finance, and he said that he loves investing and loves learning about the stock market. And also, Warren Buffett is his inspiration, and his philosophy is very inspiring and is extremely intriguing. Justin's career history is pretty nice. It started in 2016 as a commercial credit analyst at Prosperity Bank. After 2 years, he went to First National Bank of Oklahoma to be an official commercial loan officer. And he left in 2018 and started as a commercial loan officer at First Fidelity Bank until today. How did he find his current job and what training or education is required? Now, he applied through LinkedIn, which is a very, very famous website that people connect to find future jobs. And the HR director of the job that he is currently at had found him after 1 hour of applying and reached out to him and set up an interview. And he said that you definitely need a bachelor's degree, preferably in the business field, but also credit training is required, and if you've worked as a credit analyst, then you will be qualified 100%. Prerequisites and skills. So as a prerequisite, it's best to have at least 2 years of banking experience. And skills, make sure to have interpersonal communication. You're able to communicate with people and learn how to be patient. You need to have written and verbal skills. You need to make sure you sound professional and as clean as ever on paper as well. And Microsoft Excel, learn how to be able to work on spreadsheets and be able to navigate on databases, and also being comfortable just talking to people in general. Is it possible to advance in this position? Absolutely, he said. He said that at first you can start as a commercial loan officer, which what he is, and I also want to be in my future. And you can be a vice president after a loan officer, and then become a senior vice president loan officer, and then at the very top, which is the chief lending officer or CEO. Also, it requires years of experience to get to the top, and it is doable to become a chief lending officer or CEO after maybe 10 years. I asked him what his greatest strengths and weaknesses are, because working in a bank, you can't act like you know it all, and you need to make sure that you are open to being accepting of advice and other things required to the job. And he said that his strengths are having the ability to communicate with all types of people, internally and externally, from coworkers to clients or any type of prospects. And that his weaknesses are the ability to ask for help when I don't know the answer because I want to appear self-sufficient. He also emphasized that you don't need to act like you know it all, because if you run into a problem, you could have prevented that problem by just asking questions, because we're all human. His most recent achievements. So he presented a $1.5 million loan to the loan committee and persuaded well enough to get the loan passed. And thankfully they got it approved, and his loan portfolio has grown 20% since 2019. So you make sure that you communicate well enough with clients and take care of them based off of what they need and what their income is, and that's what keeps them coming back. So why be a loan officer? And that's why I asked him, why are you a loan officer? Because that's a career path that I may want to be in. And he said, you help people buy homes, you help them with, pay for weddings, college tuition, and purchase cars. And it's a big deal because you're helping people get to what they want to achieve or what they want to buy. And you can help with appropriate interest rate that fits their income. And also traditional work hours. So if you like doing the whole 9 to 5, that could be a great work for you. And you can have a degree in finance, economics, accounting, business, and risk management. So you can major in these and be guaranteed a job at a bank, basically. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, demand for loan officers is expected to grow 8% between 2014 and 2024. But there's also a study that shows right here that loan officers have gone up 11% in demand since 2016. And if you have a knack for numbers, a passion for finance, and love helping people, this could definitely be a job for you, which that's something that he also emphasized on, that he loves interacting with people and that he loves numbers and he loves persuading and just people interacting. And that's something that I also want to get into, and that's what truly had him inspire me whenever I had this interview with him. Thank you so much.